Softball Regionals presented by Capital One. OU freshman Kendall Wells chasing much more than a record. She's hunting for a natty, the rarefied air of the NCAA tournament, built for a special breed like Cassidy postseason Pickering. The biggest question for OU, pitching. Miley Wachenio answered with an exclamation yesterday. Thorin Puts, a Michigan legacy, and becoming legendary like mom and dad. The Wolverines in the regional final for two huge reasons. The electricity of Janisa Conway, who lifted the maize and blue with a decisive home run last night. And the guts of first-year Wolverines ace, Gabby Ellis. Is there enough in the tank to topple OU on its home turf? It all comes down to this, the final of the Norman Regional. OU a win away from advancing to a Super for the 16th straight season. Michigan will need to win twice today to advance. With Jenny Redder, I'm Mo Galindo. Welcome to Norman, Oklahoma, as Michigan and OU go head-to-head for the first time in a regional since 2006. Back in that game, Jenny here held the Sooners to 2 runs and struck out a Michigan record 19. And once again, it feels like a big game.
Yeah, big game vibes for sure. You're talking about two teams that are so rich in tradition. They know what to do in the postseason. They know how to play hard, and they know what that championship means. But Michigan's got a tall order. They're on fumes. Oklahoma well rested, and they are hitting the ball well. This is a team that has been solid the entire regional. 474, 6 home runs, 9 extra base hits, 10 walks. That resulted in 20 home runs, 2-run rule victories. Those home runs, by the way, 5 different players, including the red-hot Cassidy Pickering and Kendall Wells, that freshman phenom, who just number 37 of the year. She has been on fire. And
then you got the Michigan Wolverines. A lot of waiting for this program. Had to wait around to see if they would make an NCAA regional, and then wait a little while to see if the offense would get it going. It finally did yesterday.
Yeah, and it was a tough start. It was Kansas who pulled off that 1-0 win off a hit from Ava Wallace in a walk-off. That was a heartbreaker for Michigan. They had to battle back to Binghamton. Gabby Ellis, stellar in that circle. No runs against Binghamton. She threw a shutout, and then that rematch with Kansas, it was a slugfest. Kansas jumped ahead, and then Conway with the home run to put Michigan back ahead, and ultimately the win, an outstanding comeback.
Who is ready to make this Sunday a super one? OU and Michigan coming up next from Norman. Softball trying to stay undefeated at Loves Field in postseason play since this beautiful park opened in 2024, and the conditions, as you can see, favor this OU offense as the wind blowing straight out as we bring you the starting 9, brought to you by Capital One.
Man, I mean, Kendall Wells, she is the highlight in this lineup despite a solid 1 through 9. She is too shy of that D1 record. Megan Grant with 39. She hit 1 in the regional. So Wells chasing that. And Kai Miner here in the leadoff, important. And Gabby Ellis here in the circle that has thrown 253 pitches so far this regional, but she has been outstanding. Found a way to get it done for this defense for Michigan. Tall order here against Oklahoma.
Kai Miner to lead it off. And we have two of the most exciting center fielders going head-to-head in this matchup, and Kai Miner and Janisa Conway from Michigan. Power bats. They can also stretch it on the bases and chase it with ease in the outfield. To the gap. Miner thinking two. Conway with the throw. And a leadoff double for Kai Miner.
And Kai Miner, the crack off her bat just sounds a little bit different. Finds a way to connect. And you mentioned it, so multi-dimensional, but she's got some speed on the base path. No question that when a ball is hitting the gap, she's going for a double.
Capacity 4,200 here at Loves Field, largest on-campus stadium in America. And they love this OU offense. Ella Parker hitting in the 2-hole. 1 for 5 in regionals with the home run and 1 driven in. And that is inside, and it's 1-1. Gabby Ellis is a bulldog. 2-1 in this regional. 16 and a third innings pitched. And she's been the workhorse for the Wolverines. 2-0 count. Check that to Parker. That's in there for a strike, and now it's 2-1.
Yeah, and you saw those 7 walks, and those were spread out across the games, but they did play a factor. That's something that for Gabby Ellis, trying to limit and get ahead of the count here. She's going to be east, west, and up and mix that changeup, and she's going to have to mix it in more today.
Hammered foul.
But one of the things that she has done so well throughout this regional is to get those miss hits, get those pop flies, get that weak ground ball, let her defense work.
Michigan 36-21 on the season. Finished in a tie for 9th in the Big Ten. Anxious moments leading up to Selection Day. Would they get in? Bonnie Thole got the Wolverines in for the 3rd straight year. The 2-2 to Parker.
When you look at it that way, and the last one in, I think nobody expects anything. You've got nothing to lose if you're Michigan here against a national contender, somebody that so many think of as the favorite to win the World Series this year.
Number 3 national seed, but they are the favorites out of Vegas to win it all. Parker with the walk. The GOAT, Patty Gasso, 32nd season as OU's head coach. 8-time national champion. That 4-peat came to an end last season in Oklahoma City. She's hungry. Her team is hungry, not just to get back, because it's OU softball. That's not good enough to put up another championship out in left field.
Yeah, it's no longer about just getting there. It's about winning it all. And I mean, this is a great situation for Oklahoma to be in with 2 runners on. This is what they do. And as you get runners on, this crowd gets louder, the fans, the dugout gets louder, the energy grows, and all of a sudden the momentum shift falls straight into Oklahoma. Good time to have a conversation here if you're Jen Brundage. Reset the mind of Gabby Ellis and remind her this is the same game you played yesterday, the same game you played before.
Second straight season that Gabby Ellis has led her team to a regional final. She led Mercer to the final in Gainesville a year ago. However, did not pitch in the final matchup against Florida, as the Gators got that win to advance. Her first season now with the Michigan Wolverines. And Gabby Garcia, the best power-hitting shortstop in college softball, steps in. 2 for 2 in this regional with runners in scoring position.
One of the things that Ellis does so well is get ahead of the batters. Right now, she is not doing that. It does not bode well for the defense. You have to get ahead of Oklahoma batters to have a chance with them. So patient, but also so powerful, and that's the dynamics that makes this offense so good.
Not a lot of swing and miss when it comes to Gabby Ellis's stuff. This entire Wolverine staff, no more for pitching to contact. Now that can be dangerous against this lineup because it's loud contact for OU. 6 home runs so far in the regional, 4 in the opener against Binghamton, 2 in the 9-0 win yesterday against Kansas. Garcia has one of those 6. Garcia with the missile. Minor is going to waltz home. Parker stays put at second base. 1-0. Boomer Sooner.
You always feel with Oklahoma, it's not if but when those runs are going to come across. This was on the outside part of the plate. That is the strength of the power numbers for Gabby Garcia. Just elevated too much. She's got to live on that corner to try to limit what she can do. But when you get behind in the count, you have to bring it in, and Garcia makes an example.
Postseason Pickering time. Cassidy has picked it up at the right time, as she always does. 3 for 4 with a couple of home runs in this regional. A junior from Humble, Texas. And that is in. It's 1-1. 387 on the year, 19 home runs. Trying to become the latest Sooner to hit 20 in a year. Oklahoma with the 2nd most home runs in college softball history. They're still trying to chase down UCLA in an epic chase between the Sooners and the Bruins and Megan Grant and Kendall Wells, who was on deck. That nearly clipped Pickering, and it's 3-1. Ellis has had an issue with the hit by pitch. 5 of those so far through 3 games.
And again, that's because she brings it so far in on the batters, which I actually like. I like that there's control on that inside part, but it does miss too much.
And that gets Pickering, and hit by pitch number 6 for Gabby Ellis. And the bases are loaded for the most dangerous freshman we've ever seen in college softball, Kendall Wells.
Kendall Wells chasing Megan Grant. She's currently tied with Laura Espinoza for that national number 2 spot. Megan Grant 2 ahead of her. And man, what a perfect time to come up here in the lineup. Kendall Wells actually moved down in the lineup a little bit. Pickering jumped up considering how well she's hitting, but man, base is juiced for her right now and nowhere to put her.
The SEC Freshman of the Year, Kendall Wells from Bogart, Georgia. 37 home runs. And this is popped up, and Maddie Ramey will make it for the first out.
I think Kendall Wells, I mean, as a freshman, sometimes, especially knowing that you're not going to see a lot of great pitches, maybe you do let that count work a little bit more versus first pitch swinging, but then knowing that first pitches, are usually good strikes. You see that she's jumping on early, aggressive in the count, but a huge out for Michigan.
Here's Abby Dayton, bases loaded. For the senior out of Riverside, California. Started her career at Utah. She played in the Women's College World Series. Trying to go back to Oklahoma City for the 2nd straight year, now with OU.
The defense moved in just a touch, both her bases loaded and Dayton. Her ability to use the ground and her speed makes her a different dynamic in this lineup. Gabby Ellis needing a little bit of rosin.
And this is what is on the line. Michigan trying to make it to a super regional for the first time since 2016. OU trying to make it for the 16th straight year. 15 straight, the longest active streak in college softball.
I think if you're OU right now, you're looking to be a little bit more patient at bat. Ellis throwing a lot of balls, a lot off the corner.
Ripped, bodied up, thrown home for the force out. And what a play by Maddie Ramey.
Just heads up, when you get a ball hit at you that hard, to just be aware of the fact that the play is still at home on a force out.
But you got to face Bella Emmerling. 9 career Grand Slams, tied for the 3rd most in NCAA history. If she can make it number 10, I don't know if this place will ever go quiet.
This is such a loud stadium to begin with. The crack of the bat sounds different. The crowd sounds louder. Hard place to play, unless you are OU.
Smoke to left field. 1 scores. And here comes Pickering to make it 3-0 Oklahoma.
This is just a solid swing. Ellis is staying inside, but this one falls too far over the plate. And Emmerling just drives it right down the line, turns on it beautifully. It's the line drives that Oklahoma continues to hit. It makes it so difficult.
Ailana Aguayani, the bunt, tough play, and made in time by Gabby Ellis. But if she just could get that one pitch back to Bella Emmerling, almost got out of it with just 1 run. Instead, a 3-0 lead for the number 3 national seed. Here to check out Wolverine softball, trying to topple the giant that is Oklahoma. Here is the Michigan starting lineup, brought to you by Capital One.
Yeah, and Lauren Putz has just been great. She's 1 shy of the program record for a home run, so she's in her own home run race. That one held by Sierra Romero. But Ella Stevenson, Janisa Conway, they were the game makers yesterday. Found a way to really get their bats going, and at the top of the lineup, Langford with her speed, Putz, Stevenson, Conway, that is where the production has to start to really get the rest of the lineup going.
Audrey Lowry, the sophomore, making her 2nd start here in this Norman Regional, started the opener for Oklahoma. That run roll win against Binghamton. What should we expect from the sophomore?
And you talk about, I mean, again, the 253 pitches from Ellis, 27 in this regional for Lowry. So she's fresh, ready to go. She's going to throw 2/3 of her pitches are going to go vertical. They're going to go drop or rise and move up or down, tunnel well. She does have a changeup as well. Just looking to mix that in when she needs to, and then that curved screw that she can mix in as well. But it's going to be mostly vertical for her. So this is a Michigan team who's going to have to look for the movement of that ball.
Now, here's something that you predicted, Jenny. Indiana Langford, the leadoff slap hitter for Michigan, getting the same treatment from OU that they gave Kansas leadoff Presley Limbaugh. They bring Abby Dayton in from left field and shades to the third base side of second.
Yep, so you can see right here is where you are in right field. You've got the infielders here, 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 and here. And so it gives them just a little bit more room to be able to take away what Langford can throw. Your corners can crash. So you see the third baseman, Sydney Barker, the only one really crashing here, and the rest playing back for that slap defense.
And of course, Limbaugh put it right at Dayton in that special alignment. Dayton, the typical left fielder, had some difficulty with the throw, and Limbaugh was able to reach. So that's the second part of this. Besides the alignment, you have an outfielder that's making the throw from the infield.
That's right, that's right. And we saw Dayton field the ball right up the middle and have an off throw. So these outfielders, you have to realize, don't typically field the ground ball and make the throw. This has been something that's been practiced with OU, of course.
And that is a strike to Langford, so it's 2-2. Details.
Details are everything. I mean, down to the fact that they throw Dayton in there on the infield, knowing that she's probably the best defender out of the three outfielders, and then shift the outfield over.
And a slap right to Sydney Barker for the first out. It's going to bring up first team All Big Ten selection, Lauren Putz. 22 home runs, 80 RBI. Both of those second in Michigan's single season history. And man, she is fun to watch swing the bat.
And she just gets it. You know, she's one of those hitters that understands it and has the power. This was Lauren Putz against Binghamton. Look at the connection she had just to drive it out of the park. Such a beautiful swing, just waiting for a pitch to Hunt. And that was one of those moments that you can stand out for Michigan that really kind of gave them a jolt of adrenaline for their offense.
Popped up, Ella Parker, and the overcast conditions makes a catch for the second out. And there is Bonnie Thor. She's done a tremendous job taking over for Coach Hutch and getting Michigan back into a regional and making this team believe. It was a tough Friday for this program, losing in 8 innings to Kansas in a walk-off. Came back sharp yesterday, beat Binghamton 6-0. And then despite the fact that Kansas took a lead away from Michigan in the 6th inning last night, the Wolverines found a way with Conway in that 3-run home run to come back and beat the Jayhawks 12-10. And that is the first knock for Ella Stevenson and the Wolverines as Parker comes up throwing from right field. So Michigan facing elimination.
I love the numbers. 18 runs in those 2 elimination games compared to none in that first game. They've had 4 home runs as well. Their batting average improved. Coach Bonnie Thole talks a lot about this team, the importance of what they have to do well to be successful. And it's not about relying on one individual to come through with a big hit. It's about this team learning how to pass their bat one after another after another. And that's ultimately what they did the last 2 games to come out with those wins.
And the star of the win last night against Kansas, Janisa Conway. Garcia at shortstop makes the play on time. And Audrey Lowry works around that Stevenson single. 3-0 OU after 1. The #1 national seed, Alabama Crimson Tide, punching a ticket to the Super Regionals. Here in Norman, Oklahoma, the #3 national seed, OU Sooners, trying to do the same and advance for a 16th straight season. That is the longest active streak to the Super Regionals in college softball. With Jenny Ritter, I'm Mo Galindo. Welcome to the Norman Regional, where OU is looking unstoppable. The favorite to win it all opened up with an 11-0 win Friday against Binghamton, and then followed that up by beating Kansas 9-0 yesterday. They have a 3-0 lead after Gabby Garcia and Bella Emmerling combining to drive those 3 runs in. Game started with a double by Kai Miner. Here's the #9 hitter, Sydney Barker, with the second most explosive offense behind UCLA in college softball. Gabby Ellis in the circle for the Michigan Wolverines, the ace that has carried Michigan through this Norman Regional. Wolverines opened up on Friday with a dramatic walk-off loss against Kansas. They came back yesterday and won 2 elimination games, beating Binghamton 6-0. And in dramatic fashion, Kansas 12-10 late last night.
And in typical Oklahoma fashion, going to run up the second time through the lineup here just in the 2nd inning. That's what makes them so tough. Their ability to pass the bat enough where the batters, their solid batters, get up more times per game.
OU with a program record in home runs this season, only UCLA with more. They have 6 so far in this regional. Here's a 3-1. The issue for opponents is the 2nd inning. In 2 straight 2nd innings now, OU has gone back to back.
That's right, that's right. It's something that second time through, Oklahoma does such a good job making those adjustments, and we've seen it via the long ball during this regional.
And Barker is on via the free pass. It's also an Oklahoma offense that is not giving in. Only 3 strikeouts through 2 games by the OU lineup. And here we are at the top. Kai Miner, electric. Now an 8-game hitting streak for Kai Miner. She is 4 for 7 with 2 doubles and 3 RBI here in this Norman Regional. That's Bonnie Thole, the head coach of the Michigan Wolverines. Michigan in for the 3rd straight year. And that will do it for Gabby Ellis. The question would be how much gas was left in the tank for Ellis. And now Aaron Hain will take the spot in the circle. We'll introduce Aaron Hain when we return with OU leading 3-0.
The NCAA Softball Regionals are presented by Capital One. What's in your wallet?
Beautiful conditions here in Norman, Oklahoma, especially for OU softball with the wind blowing straight out at Loves Field. They've taken advantage of that with 20 combined runs in their first 2 games. So OU has cruised to a regional final. Michigan doing it the hard way, winning 2 elimination games yesterday. And Aaron Hayne started the second elimination game against the Kansas Jayhawks, went 2 innings, allowed 7 hits, 5 earned runs as the Jayhawks jumped on her early.
And her best pitch is a rise ball. Yesterday, I thought it looked a little bit flatter than it needed to be, which kind of got her chased from the game. But today, a new day. You've got to have tight spin if you're going to move it up in the zone, especially with these quick bats of Oklahoma.
Well, it's lightning quick when Kai Miner gets in swing mode. 448 average. #1 in the SEC and best nationally for a freshman. Real juice in the bat, and wait until you watch her run.
And by the way, in this scenario, that was exactly 1 time through the lineup before switching pitchers. And from a strategy perspective, I've seen a lot of teams that really are trying to mix their pitchers just that 1 time through the lineup. Aaron Hayne is the DP. Gabby Ellis is the flex, so they're tied together. Gabby Ellis can go back in. They can switch as many times as they want. And so that could be a strategy that makes sense, although Gabby Ellis looked awful tired today here in these early parts of the game.
Ellis came into this matchup, 249 pitches so far in the regional. Starting for the 9th time in the last 11 games for Michigan. Off the glove of Ramey, she's gonna throw to second, and that is the second fantastic defensive play by Ramey at first base.
Man, this hit, the hit off the bat for Kai Miner looked like it was just gonna go right over Ramey's glove. Ramey makes the jump at the right time, just gets enough of it, and because it bounces away, look how Barker had to hold up. That was enough time for Ramey to go get the lead runner, but also nobody was at first base, so it was a good heads-up play to go and have to go for the potential out that you could get.
This is Ella Parker, blocked her first time up. Top 20 OPS in college softball. That's on base percentage combined with slug.
Patty Gasso told us she just does it silently, which made us both chuckle because she's so powerful. But man, she's so professional. She just gets up there and does her job and does it so well.
Another first team All-SEC selection, Ella Parker. Forced her way into the outfield for Patty Gasso. Gasso told us, she essentially said, you were going to put me in the outfield, and did it through hard work in the offseason.
And I love that too. I mean, it's willpower. It's somebody saying, man, I want a spot on that field. I'm going to take it. And she put the effort in. It wasn't just to show up on first season day. It was all off season, trying to make herself better.
Miner is off, and the swing gets past Ramey. Miner to third, a long throw from Putz, and now Parker stuck in no man's land and takes second base. Loves Field, your thoughts?
I don't think you have to tell them twice. They are fired up. This is a loud crowd, and they love it when their offense hits the ball like Ella Parker does here. This is a hit and run. You could see Miner going on the swing, and because of that, Miner a couple extra steps. How about Ella Parker trying to get in that rundown, taking a look and going to second base and really trying to get Miner all the way around. This is what the offense can do. They can put so much stress on a defense, not only with their bats, their base running, their aggressiveness. And now OU's got 2 in scoring position.
It is not just power bats. This is an OU lineup that will also play small when they need to. And maybe when they get stuck on the bases, athletic enough to get out of it. 0-1 to Gabby Garcia. She's been retired once so far in this Norman Regional. 3 for 4, 3 driven in, 2 walks, and she was hit. So Garcia drove in the first run for Oklahoma and tries to add more.
Hayne and Ellis both, I think, struggling to find that zone a little bit on the corners. their pitches just moving a little too far off the plate.
Lily Valamont keeps that in front. It's a 3-1 count to the top hitting shortstop in college softball. Just getting the inside corner, and it's 3-2.
Good spot on that inside corner too. You cannot bring that pitch over the inner third of the plate. You have to bring it on the corner. You bring it over the inner third of the plate, Gabby Garcia is going to make it hurt. I like where that pitch was.
This is lifted, makes the catch. Minor tagging from third. Here comes Parker to third. And a sac fly, 2 RBI now for Gabby Garcia. Don't miss a minute of the action from the NCAA Softball Regionals. We'll take you to the best live action on the 7 Innings Live show on the ESPN app. You can see every game and every big moment on the road to the Women's College World Series only on the ESPN networks. 4-0 OU leads, and it's Cassidy Pickering. She was hit by a pitch her last time up, and Pickering going off. She's got 2 home runs in this regional. Now in 8 career regional games, 7 home runs, 15 RBI.
Think about how good Pickering was last year. Everybody scouted her this year. And when you have that extra eyes, essentially, on everything you're doing, it makes you have to work a little bit harder to get those good pitches. And every single pitcher has been throwing Pickering hard. And now she's starting to make those adjustments here in the later parts of the season. And let me tell you, no time better when you have a dream and a goal to get back to that World Series finals. You got to have all of your hitters hitting the way they know how. And Pickering right now, she's doing it.
Won't bite there. Patty Gassel said of the April struggles for Pickering, it's done. It's in the past. We've moved on. It's May, and Pickering once again locked in. Hain the delivery. Foul.
Pickering again, just her ability to connect with the pitch. She's got the power. It's about finding the right pitch, and right there she found another one. This one on the outside corner, and she just got her barrel on it. Such quick hands. 2 big home runs here. Help them in those run rule victories.
That's in, and almost got hit for the 2nd time. Michigan pitching staff known for pitching to contact, 86% contact rate, which for a team in the tournament playing in the postseason, that is a high number. And a scary thought when facing these OU bats. Full count. That's down, and Pickering is on for the 2nd time via a free pass.
And the part that makes that even more difficult is that OU has made contact 91% of the time in this regional.
Kendall Wells, the freshman hammer. She's got 1 home run here in this regional. Megan Grant out in LA has one as well. So Grant maintains the 2 home run edge in the chase for the most home runs in single season history. Wells popped up on a first pitch swing, her first time up. Just under this one. Into the glove of Conway. OU adds another off the sac fly from Gabby Garcia. Yeah, some frustration there for the freshman. You're watching the NCAA Softball Regionals presented by Capital One. Paul Galindo here with Jenny Ritter. Keeping track of storylines outside of Norman. This regional will match up with the winner of the Eugene Regional in the Supers, but Oregon, the number 14 national seed, bounced by St. Mary's last night. So it will be St. Mary's and Mississippi State in the regional final. That first game coming up 7:30 Eastern on ESPNU. Texas Tech was out of this thing, came back and beat Ole Miss in historic fashion, and 3 national seeds facing elimination.
The previous teams were 0-640 in the chance to be able to win from an 8+ deficit.
What are we even talking about? And it was 2 outs as well.
I mean, that was a wild comeback.
Lily Valamont leading off against Audrey Lowry in the circle for OU. She also started the opener for the Sooners. And actually, a pinch hitter here is Sydney Hastings is hitting in place of Lily Valamont. So, interesting change there for Valamont, who is 2 for 8 with a home run in this regional. Not sure if Bonnie Thole is just changing some things up or if there was an issue with Valamont.
Maybe giving her a chance to rest a little bit. Breathe. All those pitches that Gabby Ellis threw throughout this regional, Lily Valamont was right behind her, catching every single one.
And remember, Valamont also got trucked yesterday, going for a foul ball. Her third baseman, Maddie Erickson, steamrolled her, and she continued in the game, but there were some tears and some pain.
Sometimes the adrenaline will get you through the first day, but you go to sleep, you wake up the next morning, you are feeling it.
Full count now for Lowry. Biggest question mark in this OU postseason run, the pitching. Miley Wachenio got the start yesterday. She was fantastic. Is that a fair conversation point, though, about OU and their chances?
Yeah, I mean, the pitching is what has to keep them in it ultimately. And, you know, Patty Gasso said she talked to them and said, listen, you're getting so much run support. Just go out there and throw your game. I mean, I would just want to go attack every batter. And sometimes they're trying to get too careful. Milo Chenio, like you were saying, she was spectacular yesterday. The movement on her pitches, to me, so impressive. She was getting Kansas to really expand the zone in so many different directions. And that's the kind of production you need in the circle. And this is a team that pitches by committee more than you would typically see in Oklahoma do. Audrey Lowry has been outstanding, but Wachenio be able to step up and also be successful that way.
Hit well, center field. Minor going back. Won't get this. Erin Hain gets the Wolverines on the board. An excellent pitcher in her own right. A slugger, too.
How about helping herself out? Erin Hain wasn't even in the lineup hitting at the beginning of this regional. This is her second home run of the regional. Look how high up she went to go get that ball. And it had the distance, and it kept traveling out of the park.
And the super fan, a nice catch out there beyond the center field fence. Tip of the cap to that man with the softball on his cap.
Super fan, no doubt.
Hey, the fans here in Norman, Oklahoma, by the way, they've been outstanding. They've supported the other teams in this regional, Michigan, Kansas, Binghamton, but when it comes to their program, they're out in the crimson, and this place is a mecca for college softball. Loves Field opened up in 2024. OU yet to lose a postseason game here.
And I mean, when we talked about the OU pitching, it was what can they do? Limiting the amount of home runs, limiting the amount of hits. That is where Patty Gasso would like to see Oklahoma's pitching probably do better, knowing that they have that offensive support. But how big of that run for Aaron Hayne to really open it up and say, hey, we might be down, but we're still in this game, and allow their offense to continue passing the bat. I mean, that's what they did so well yesterday.
Resilient bunch from Ann Arbor. This whole season has been a test against adversity. And the Wolverines keep finding a way to fight. Ramey swings through that. Lowry with her second strikeout of the inning.
And Lowry doesn't throw that many changeups at all. She's mixed a couple in, and they've been really effective. Just 8% of the time she's going to bring in this off speed. And you see how it curves just on that outside corner away from the bat. Maddie Ramey.
And that brings up Maddie Erickson, who has played a mean third base for the Wolverines. Senior out of Oregon. And that is well hit to right. The throw from Parker in time, but Bella Emmerling loses it on the low throw. Wow. Parker came up showing off the gun.
Man, and that is the second time Parker has made that throw to first. These are hard hit balls to right field, but that means it's getting to the right fielder quicker. Man, if that was held on, that would have been an out from right field to first base.
Emmerling's like, I'm used to picking it from the left side of the infield, not from right field.
Not from right field.
Here's Kylie Carr, another standout freshman in this regional. OU gets the hype with maybe the greatest freshman class we've ever seen. Kylie Carr, though, stands tall on her own. Top 20 prospect out of high school. She's coming off a 4-for-5 day.
And she's got some quick hands. She's done a lot there in that 9 spot. She kind of floated between 7, 8, and 9, but has found that mainstay in that 9 spot. And it makes sense because she's putting the ball in play. She's working to turn the lineup over.
And this is floating. Parker sliding to make the catch.
Ella Parker, you can't get the throw out. Why not just dive and get this out? What a play, all-out effort from Ella Parker. Outstanding job on defense. Who likes good defense? Because I do, and we've seen a ton of it here. Caden Stafford holding on to the ball, getting the out. How about a little PFP? Lila Partridge with the liner and the comebacker. And Ava Wallace, the home run save, a huge save, a double play by Michigan in the Binghamton game. And let me tell you, no time better than that jump man, this line drive that gets Indiana Langford and out of that inning too.
It is a 4-1 lead for Oklahoma in this Norman Regional Final as Abby Dayton leads off. And you know, it really was the defense for Michigan that in some ways got the offense going. They had yet to score a run, and they were in the first game yesterday against Binghamton, still scoreless. Had that 6-4-3 double play that we saw on that rip. And then Maddie Erickson made the amazing play on a ball that almost ate her up at third base. And after that, Michigan immediately got the offense going.
And that's what it took, stringing two big defensive plays to build some momentum.
Dayton to left field, and Stevenson makes the catch. That's routine. This one from Ella Parker and right was not.
No, this one looked like it was going to drop in all day long, and Ella Parker just closed that gap. What a play, what a catch. I just love the all-out effort in a postseason. It just ramps up. No pitcher hates a good diving catch in the outfield either.
Aaron Hain working to Bella Emmerling. Emmerling with 19 home runs on the season, one of them here in this regional. The pitcher she is facing has a couple of home runs.
And that has been a thing for Aaron Hain. The reason she didn't start the regional in the lineup was because it was intended to allow her to focus more on her pitching in the circle. And there'd been that mismatch of how can you carry the load as one of the better hitters and the pitcher in the circle, something that they've been working on Aaron Hain with throughout the whole season. She's been in and out of the lineup offensively. Now having to do it together. But it's hard to say. I mean, yesterday a home run, today a home run. How do you leave her out of the lineup at this point? It's all about solidifying your spot when you get a chance.
There's a 2-1 to Emmerling. And so far, Oklahoma has struck out exactly 19 less times than they did the last time they faced Michigan in a regional back in 2006, when it was Jenny Ritter on the mound in the circle for the Michigan Wolverines. And there's the first strikeout.
18 less.
18 less. I mean, all factually correct.
This is a great pitch by Aaron Hain. She pulls the string on it. The changeup has been low for her all day, and it's been almost too low to get the batters to offer and chase. This one just a touch higher than her changeups have been. It was enough to get Emmerling to go fishing.
So Michigan and OU meeting in the regional for the first time since '06. It's their first overall matchup since the 2016 Women's College World Series. Oklahoma won that one 7-5 on the way to title number 3. Now they're in hot pursuit of title number 9. Michigan leading the all-time series 13-8. First played in 1986 when Michelle Thomas was coaching OU and Carol Hutchins was in season number 2 with the Michigan Wolverines.
I mean, I love that. That's why there's so much tradition between Oklahoma and Michigan and what their programs stand for and how they compete. That's why this game feels so big. Why you see these teams competing so well today.
Coach Thole was still in high school back in 1986.
That was 2. Don't have anybody calculate that.
I was 6. Agbayani such a difficult out. Talk about the ultimate team at bat. It's always that from Agbayani. And man, Maddie Ramey is putting on a clinic of all-out effort over there at first base. Love it.
I I love it. Maddie Ramey is somebody that defensively has to be strong. Look how she's been able to do this. Just make the dive to make sure she gets there in time for the third out.
There is nothing like the Women's College World Series.
Women's College World Series starting May 28th. 30-minute drive from here in Norman in Oklahoma City. OU chasing title number 9. It would be a 5th in a 6-year span. In case you are counting at home, and I know you are, 710 days now since OU last won a national title. You don't usually count that down at other programs, but at OU it's win and win now and keep winning. Indiana Langford will lead off. Listen to the song. Little John Williams. So we got into the conversation of who are you named after? And Indiana Langford is named after Indiana Jones. In fact, her brother's name is Luke, after Luke Skywalker.
Makes me love her parents. Don't know them, but I love them.
George Lucas fans, apparently.
Good movies, too, by the way.
Absolutely.
You're missing out if you haven't seen them.
Indiana back to the top of the lineup for the Wolverines. Barker creeping in at third base, crashing as Langford shows butt.
Obviously that shift has come on. Dayton coming in from left field. Kind of play that rover position by second. I still love that you just see Barker crashing. You don't see Emmerling there at first base. Again, for Langford, getting that bunt down is her best chance. She starts putting too much pop into the back of her head. That's when she gets the outs.
Control of the zone there. Just spitting on that one. 2-2.
You can see how Langford wants to just top the ball, right? Get the tight spin on it. Maybe you're going to hit it hard, use the ground well. We've seen Abby Dayton use that offensively as well throughout this regional. But if you top a drop ball, a lot of times it's really hard to put in play because it's already spinning down. So your adjustment has to be a little different.
That drops under the zone, and it's a full count. Those must be some interesting conversations. 2 power programs in college softball. Indiana. Garcia is able to make the play on time. The Women's College World Series returns to Oklahoma City. The action begins Thursday, May 28th at 12 Eastern, live on ESPN. For more information on the 2026 Women's College World Series, visit ncaa.com, the home for all NCAA championships. Well, to no one's surprise, the SEC is looking very strong, with all 12 teams that made it to the regional also advancing to a regional final. Here's Lauren Putz, the best bat that Michigan has. And outside that combo out in Westwood, best bat in the Big Ten.
And she came into this regional with the highest OPS. Kendall Wells has now taken over that by a few hundredths of a point, but think about the power, her ability to get on base. So patient at the plate. We talk about Ella Parker being really professional. Putz very similar in style.
Her mom, Kelsey, was a former first-team All-Big Ten selection for Michigan softball. Her dad, JJ, standout for Michigan baseball. Had a long career in the bigs as a relief pitcher. This is a slap to Barker, and Barker handles it for the second out. So far, all the teams that advanced to the Supers are from the SEC. All national seeds: Florida, Georgia, Texas, and most recently Alabama and Arkansas. Bama, the #1 overall seed. Texas, the defending champs, the #2 seed. Alabama, Texas, and then OU as the 3 seed. OU is the Vegas favorite to win it all. Who's your favorite to hoist the trophy?
Let me tell you, when you look at that list, there are strengths in every single one of those players, or those teams, excuse me. I mean, even with Georgia, who wasn't a seeded team, I mean, they found a way to come in, get the outs, and get there. But how well have they been playing? Obviously coming off that win for OU in the SEC tournament. Peak at the right time. Any one of those can make it to the World Series finals.
0-2 is out to Ella Stevenson, who singled to right her first time up. Lowry looking for punchy #3. Out of play. And there is Coach Thole. Take it over for the legendary Coach Hutch, doing a fine job, and we will talk to Coach Thole coming up. Cool customer, looking good in the Ray-Bans.
And Bonnie Thole talked about this team just playing freely because they were kind of running out of steam. Sometimes you need that just to be a little bit loose. A great drop ball there from Lowry.
Strikeout #3 for Audrey Lowry, and a 4-1 lead for Boomer Sooner. A 4-1 lead for OU over Michigan. And the top of the 4th inning. And we now welcome in the Wolverines head coach, Bonnie Thole. Coach, walk us through last night, getting done late, a long day of softball here in Norman, and that turnaround to today. What did that look like?
Well, the discussion yesterday morning was that, we were going to play 2 games, we were going to play all day, and what was needed, and that's what was needed yesterday. And I thought our approach was outstanding, our leadership, our juniors and seniors and captains. They really led us the whole time, and I felt that our energy got better as we went on. And so it was a fight, as you saw, back and forth, right? We punched, they punched, we punched, and finally we had one last punch. And so you get a chance to play on Championship Sunday, and this is what the NCAA tournament is all about.
Coach, you told us yesterday that you were exhausted, but the hitters were swinging free because of just being tired. What do you like about what you're seeing from them today?
Well, yesterday we were a little bit less cerebral, right? We just went with it. Today, obviously, we're facing a pitcher who changes speeds, mixes speeds, gets us to get ourselves out front, and then throws us hard down. We're just going to have to stay in the fight and be a little bit more disciplined and choose the pitch we want to hit. And we have a pretty good game plan for that. And so I like where we're at right now. We just to play some shutdown ball in the circle and defensively.
Coach, thanks for your time.
All right, thanks so much.
On the line, a trip to the Super Regionals. Michigan would need to beat OU twice today to make that happen for Janisa Conway and company. OU has made it 15 straight times. That is by far the longest active streak in college softball. A lot of fight in these Michigan Wolverines. Bonnie Thole knows what it means to win a championship. Was an assistant on the 05 championship squad, the first ever team east of the Mississippi to win it all. Ginny Ritter, my partner on that team. But as of late, it's been OU and everybody else.
I really like what Erin Hain has done since getting here in the circle. She's really limited what Oklahoma's power can do, making her pitches work. Yesterday, again, seeing a little bit more flat pitches, but you're seeing a lot of better jump from Hain today. Trying to get that changeup to work a little bit more. Staying low in the zone, but she did get a K. Mixing speeds as well.
Barker reached via walk in her first plate appearance. Sophomore out of California, that Patty Gasso describes as a relentless worker.
She's been a great 9-hole hitter. Drew Walker last at bat, but any way you can, right? Find a way to get on base.
That won't get past the freshman Kylie Carr, first outs. Speaking of 2005 and Ginny Ritter, telestration? You want to telestrate yourself? Where are you? Where are you?
Right there. Can I draw a block in on there too?
Game ball?
Game ball. You got to hang on to the game ball. Always hang on to the game ball.
I mean, no one's taking it away from you in that moment, right?
You know what? That was a magical time, and it was just so fun. To me, it set the trajectory of Michigan. That was such a traditionally great program leading up to that. So many alum that were inspirations to what that team did. And by the way, we talked about great freshmen here in this regional. Sam Finley, the freshman in our 05 team, had the game-winning home run to win it all. I love it when you have freshmen just step up like that and get it done.
Kai Miner, part of a quartet of freshman bats for the Sooners that all have double-digit home runs this season. Add to that, Miner, gone!
What can't Kai Miner do? Today, she has been so good. Started the game off with a double. She sends a yard. This is the second time she's done this in the regional, a double and a home run in a single game. I mean, talk about the crack of the bat. We we've talked about her speed being a factor, but it really has not been too much. She's been able to barrel up pitches and send him out. She goes down and gets this pitch, and it gets out of here in a hurry. I mean, just the crack. Look how quick it gets out of here, and no doubter. Just a freshman. Speaking of good freshmen.
181 home runs on the season now for the Oklahoma Sooners. That is 20 more than they hit in 2021, which was the previous record for most of the season. UCLA has surpassed Oklahoma this season for the most this year and all time. Parker chops it back to Hay.
That was a big out for Michigan there to get somebody like Parker out on just a weak ground ball. Keep these batters off timing, that's the key.
The home run tracker, got to keep this updated. 7 now in this regional for the Oklahoma Sooners. Gabby Garcia has one of those. UCLA with 189. They will play later tonight. And it's not just chasing championships, chasing the records. OU behind UCLA. Kendall Wells behind Megan Grant.
I feel like we underestimate a little bit the value of the team around those players that are chasing those home run records. They are, Megan Grant, Jordan Mulry's in that race too in the 3 spot, although a few more behind, and then Kendall Wells. The reason why they have the ability to see pitches is because the batters around them are also so good, and you can't just walk one player who's good because there's so many others that are good as well.
And down in front of puts as Gabby Garcia is aboard with a 2-out single. And Batty Gasso has the winning touch here for the Oklahoma Sooners. We will talk to the OU legend as we go to the bottom of the 4th. And OU still trying to do some work. Cassidy Pickering. This is an Oklahoma team that doesn't have a ton of experience offensively, back from the team that won it all in 2024. In fact, Pickering and Ella Parker are the only position players to have won a national championship at Oklahoma. That's what makes this team so fascinating. The role of the freshmen, Kendall Wells, Lexi McDaniel, Alyssa Parker, Kai Minor. They aren't just support players. In many ways, they're leading the charge. Sky to Maddie Erickson. And she makes the out. OU adds another. Kai Minor is on a tear. Her 5th home run in the midst of an 8-game hitting streak. And Boomer Sooner up 5-1. The #3 national seed Oklahoma Sooners with the 5-1 edge over Michigan. We now welcome in Sooners head coach Patty Gasso. Coach, when you look around at this stadium, this atmosphere, what thoughts come to your mind?
A dream come true, honestly. It's been in the makings for a long time, hoping that it would get filled, and now you just can't get tickets here. Only walk-up tickets that sell out within the first hour. So it's happening. This praise is going across the country, and it's wonderful to see it. Just amazing to play in this atmosphere.
Coach, such a complete team, but it's your pitching to me that stands out here in this regional, aside from the offense that you've had. What about your pitching staff that is really elevated here in this regional that you like to see?
We just had a bad taste in our mouth our last game at the SEC tournament, and they're better than that. They knew that. They took a vow to each other that we're going to just get back. And it's not necessarily their stuff, it's the mindset behind it. If you don't believe in what you're throwing, it's going to get hit out. So it's really, really focusing together on getting that job done.
Well, Coach, thanks for all the hospitality from you and all the amazing people at OU this week.
Thank you for being here. Thank you.
Gasso has also talked about how this environment prepares you for the most difficult aspect in her mind of playing in the Women's College World Series, and it is the crowd noise.
Well, you're not, and it's also a sold-out crowd, and it just feels to me like this close atmosphere. To the echo feels like it flows back into the stadium, into the field, and cheers are louder, crack of the bats louder. Everything just feels a little bit noisier. And when you get to that World Series, when you have all those stands filled and you're in the biggest stage of your life, that can feel almost so big that you forget that you need to just keep the game simple.
Janissa Conway, first pitch swinging, foul ball, barely. Conway is a fun watch. She's like Kaya Miner in that she's got the power and she's got the speed. How about in this regional alone, 2 triples? She now has 9 on the season. That's the most in more than 30 years for Michigan softball. And only Hannah Ferguson for St. Mary's, who's still playing, by the way, has more this season.
I mean, that's when speed and power combine to create such a freak athlete to me. She's just so good, quick bat speed.
And that decisive 3-run home run, that's an opposite bomb last night in a 1-2 count.
Yeah, I mean, the power as well. And you find athletes that just have that versatility. They can be so good.
And this one is fair. Emmerling makes a play at first base. And Sydney Hastings is hitting for the 2nd time in place of Lily Valamont. Got the starting catcher. What are you seeing from Lowry right now?
I mean, I think she's moving the pitch as well. I like what Patty Gasso said about not being able to kind of get that feeling out from after losing to Georgia in the SEC and knowing that they had to be better. And I really like the pitches that she's had moving. She does keep them low, so she's been getting a lot of ground balls, those 2 quick ground balls right there. So important when you get into the future of this postseason, if this score stays the way it is, that your pitchers have to be the ones that lead the defense. There's going to be days where Oklahoma doesn't score 10, 11 runs. You've got to keep that game close and keep the runs off the board.
Aaron Hain, hard to the left side. Garcia, oh yeah! Patty Gasso told her pitching staff, we've got the best offense and defense in America. Let them put it in play.
Yeah, and this was a deep throw, but a great pick by Emmerling at first base to get the out.
The winner of this Norman Regional meets up with the winner of the Eugene Regional for a super. And the Oregon Ducks, top 16 national seed, were bounced last night by St. Mary's. So now St. Mary's in the regional final against the SEC's Mississippi State. Gales would need to win twice to advance to the super, regardless of who the winner is in Eugene. If OU wins this regional, OU will host the supers next week, as they are the number 3 national seed. Frustrating first 2 at-bats for Kendall Wells. Got under it twice. A pop out to the infield at first base, her first time up, and the left fielder second time up. And here's a third skied fly ball as Kylie Carr takes care of it. What are you seeing right now from Kendall Wells?
Yeah, I just think she's not getting her barrel on top of the ball. Again, Hannah, a rise ball pitcher. And you've got a home run hitter, which means that her ability and launch angle to send it out of the park is going to be there. But right now you can see just this barrel is just underneath the ball, which is why she's getting so many high pop flies. She's still getting the strength in it, but she needs to get that barrel on top of the ball a little bit more.
And that hits Abby Dayton. And Dayton chucks the arm guard and hurries to first base. I love the energy.
Trying to celebrate that, and the arm guard flies off. Again, I love that OU celebrates walks and hit by pitches. And that one just goes and throws right into that guard. But you've got to celebrate the little things too. If you don't celebrate the little things, you're never going to build that momentum in your direction. I think there's a lot of teams that could benefit from that. You get 2-3 walks in a row, hit by pitch, whatever it is, find a way to use that to your advantage.
Hey, I want to go back to your point on Kendall Wells. If you are seeing a player with a steeper attack angle, meaning the pat of the bat going vertically, are you trying for a specific pitch or location to take advantage of that?
Well, to me, if I'm going to face somebody like Kendall Wells, knowing that she can send it up, you better be dang sure that that pitch is up and moving, and it's got to jump well. And for somebody like Kane, that's her go-to pitch. For me, where my rise ball was not my best pitch, I probably would have stayed lower in the zone and tried to jam her on the inside corner on a drop ball. So it's what your strength is that will make it better. But for Wells, to me, I think that it's just trying to go and attack that spot in the top of the zone where she's strongest. Her power numbers up in that zone. And that really, to me, is why she's taking those aggressive swings at it.
Now, her struggle is very relative, because it really at this point...
You call it a struggle?
It's not a struggle. It's not hitting as many home runs in this 7-game stretch as we've seen previous. But she still is having productive at-bats for the most part, taking a lot of walks as well in this run.
I mean, it's not always about the home run. And really, for Kendall Wells, that's where she has to live. It has to be... It doesn't matter if I hit the home run. It matters that I am productive, that I put the ball in play, that I walk, whatever it may be. And again, expanding the strike zone is something to me that you can see from a freshman that I think she's going to learn to be a little bit more disciplined in. But also keep in mind that these pitchers, when they're facing Kendall Wells, they know exactly what she can do, and they're throwing their best pitches against her.
Last 7 games, Wells has drawn 11 walks.
Yeah.
So it's not like she's forcing the issue, and a freshman.
Yeah, and Bonnie Gasso told us that. It's about, she's okay taking a walk. She's okay finding a way to do something different. And a lot of times when you have batters that are in races for home runs, they're thinking about getting that next home run and not thinking about just being productive, which is where the home runs come from.
What a fight, meanwhile, from Bella Emmerling. Second year OU Sooner after transferring following her first 3 seasons at North Carolina. She's had a breakout year. Hit .212 in her debut for the Sooners a year ago. Now flirting that 400 mark on the season. And that is hit and placed perfectly between Carr and Erickson.
And I was just about to say before that pitch, this is a pitcher's count. You had 2 strikes, just 1 ball. Whatever pitch comes in that area did not have to be a good one. Emmerling battles against that changeup. Just a good piece of hitting and a good productive battle there for Emmerling.
And here comes the speedster, Cheney Helton, to run for Emmerling.
A hard-fought battle with Erin Hayne in the circle. She's done a really good job limiting the production for Oklahoma, but again, I've said this 1,000 times, it feels like it's not if but when Oklahoma will break it open, and that's where you have to be really careful about what you do, who's going to attack the zone in the circle for you. And for Jen Brundage, having the conversation, maybe seeing that Erin Hayne had that hit by pitch, then a hit ahead in the count as well, maybe missing a little bit too far over the plate and needing to kind of get back to where she was the last couple innings.
Meanwhile, Kendall Wells was just getting animated and getting this crowd base fired up. She knows what's at stake, what's on the line, and the crowd has responded to her.
Would you not, right? And somebody that is so powerful wants you to fire her team up, I'd listen.
That's going to bring up Lana Agbayani.
But to the point of not being freshman-like, it's very unusual to have a freshman want to fire up your whole team, your whole crowd.
Agbayani on the line. It's down. Here comes Dayton. Helton will check up at third. Agbayani smoked it to add to the OU lead.
Such a well-struck ball by Agbayani. We've seen her do a little bit of everything. This is the best hit that we've seen from her so far in this regional, just off that fence. But Agbayani, what a leader for her team, and an outstanding hit to plate another for the Sooners.
Impressive. Always strong team at bats. And that one was flat on a line. And impressive. Here's another star freshman, Lexi McDaniel, checking into the game. Part of this quartet of freshman offensive players for OU that all have double-digit home runs this season. And what was the #1 ranked recruiting class in America that somehow has exceeded expectations.
It was Alana Agbayani who hit that double just now that also told us that the freshman class makes them better. They challenge them to be better, the upperclassmen. I love that kind of leadership when you can see the benefit of underclassmen really contributing in a way that is so valuable.
3 pinch hit home runs for Lexi McDaniel this season. That is tough to do. And tough when you follow that up with another star freshman in Kai Miner, who last time up hit a home run to center. Oh, the off speed. Got McDaniel there. It's 2-1.
And Hayne has worked that off speed this entire game. Started low, is bringing it more into that strike zone, makes her more dynamic. Again, OU starting to get that barrel on the ball.
Oh, you want barrel on ball? That almost took that little boy with him.
Man, he was ready to catch that, though.
Glove was ready.
I didn't know that I could get in front of that one.
That
That was a rope.
coming in hot.
No fear.
Staying away, and it's 3-2. A Michigan team running on fumes. Had to win 2 elimination games yesterday to get to this point. Now they're here, and more than 4,000 OU fans in their face. And the walk. Bases loaded for Kai Miner.
And that's the out that needed to be had for this Michigan team, trying to reduce the amount of the top of the lineup that they're going to see in this inning. Kai Miner would have been up. But after Kai Miner, a whole lot of power if you don't get it from her.
And Barker comes back in to run for McDaniel. And activity for Michigan, as it looks like we got a change in the circle. And they are pumping it up here inside Love's Field. The Women's College World Series returns to Oklahoma City. The action begins Thursday, May 28th at 12 Eastern, live on ESPN. For more information on the 2026 Women's College World Series, visit NCAA.com, the home for all NCAA championships. And if OU is not there again, it would be a shocker, considering they have a 6-1 lead here against Michigan. They've gone to the bullpen with Haley Ferguson, and adding on top of that, the national seed in the Eugene Regional, Oregon, was bounced last night by St. Mary's. So it's St. Mary's and Mississippi State playing in that regional final.
And I think you got to switch it up. You could see that OU was starting to get to Erin Haynes. She did well while she was in there, limiting a lot of the output that OU was able to do, and that's the key, right? Limit what they can do so your offense can try to chip away. Now they come to Ferguson for the third pitcher of this game.
And it's Kai Miner, who was just scratching the surface, certainly showing enough flashes in her freshman year to make you believe she can become one of the all-time greats. And this is the home run she hammered to center field.
Yeah, and this was a pitch that just hung too far up the middle, but man, doesn't matter what you throw Kai Miner, she finds a way to send it out of the park. She has just done an outstanding job. If it's not a home run, it's use of speed, doubles. It's a solid, quick swing that she puts the ball in play so often. Just an outstanding leadoff hitter. One of my favorite here in the NCAA.
Down the line, staying on the line, the throw to home for the force out is made. They can't get Miner at first base. But Ramey again, heady play over a first.
And that was heads up to pay attention to the fact that this is a force out. You got to make the play at home, but it's not a force out if you tag the runner or tag the base.
Still loaded for Ella Parker. She's healthy now, and that is a scary thought for opposing pitchers. Dealt with shin splints last season, affected her speed and her bat-to-ball ability at the plate. But Ella Parker is locked in.
And Ferguson lives a little bit higher in that strike zone. Most of her pitches falling near the top of the strike zone, around belt high and around the corners. She's gonna have to live off the corners again. You go up and you get one of those high pitches, you can send it.
Parker 4 for 8 with the bases loaded this season. That was in, and it's 3-0 nowhere to put number 5 in crimson. Ooh. 3-1.
And this is never where you want to be. Again, getting behind on a count requires you to bring the pitch too far over the plate in a lot of cases. And when you have powerful hitters, you've got to live on that corner. That's why OU's so good at being patient enough to draw those walks or working deep in the count.
Bases loaded walk, and it's 8-1 OU, getting closer to run rule territory. A 7-1 lead, and Bonnie Thole trying to get her Michigan Wolverines to slow the heart rate, breathe a little bit. Tough to do with this crowd and this team. Gabby Garcia.
It's a tough situation to be in too, to just find a way to get that quick out is the important thing, but you gotta look for that out pitch. This is a team that makes minor adjustments.
And just missing that to right field into the glove of Puts, and that will do it. Could have been worse. OU still in command, 7-1. Looking at a list of the teams from the SEC to punch tickets to the Supers, they're looking at all the teams, and it just so happens they're all from the Southeastern Conference. The latest LSU, which sets up our first matchup in the Supers, Bama and LSU next week.
And they did not play each other in the regular season, so even though they're two SEC teams not faced for this season, will make it a new matchup. It's just, you feel like Supers is starting to get uber competitive. I think all the matchups going to be close.
Leadoff bunt will not work by Maddie Ramey. So Michigan would need to come back to win this game and then bounce right back and beat Oklahoma for a second time if they want to advance to a Super. Oklahoma wins this game, they advance for the 16th straight season and would face either St. Mary's or Mississippi State And that super would be right here at Love's Field, where Oklahoma has not lost to the postseason since this beautiful park opened up in 2024. Here's the third baseman, Matty Erickson. Out of play right side. So Love's Field, capacity 4,200. The largest on-campus stadium in America. And OU 102-8 sits it open. Highest home winning percentage in Division I softball in that span. Well, I have a feeling, though, from our interviews with Patty Gasso, she would find a way to bring up the 8 and remember exactly what led to those 8 losses.
Yeah, but I mean, this stadium is so exciting to me for OU in the sense that, talk about home field advantage. The fact that you know that you just win when you're at home.
And also, such a great asset to college softball. Now, not every team is going to be able to replicate this and have this kind of outpouring of support. But it does show you that there is a need for a great environment for college softball on campus. Follow this blueprint, maybe not to this size, but a smaller scale.
And I think that you find the more people that watch softball, they get a chance to really dive into a game here or there, or a great matchup, just hooks them. And then they don't want to change. They want to keep watching softball. And I think that's what I love about this fan base is they have made fans out of people probably who were not softball fans prior to OU having this dynasty of a program in the last several years.
This is a great site for all of college softball. OU pitching coach Jennifer Rocha making the Circle visit. Before the start of the season, she was diagnosed with cervical cancer. On March 26th, declared cancer-free. And the very next day, what was she doing? What she loves the most, on the field with her Oklahoma Sooners.
You can't keep her down. She's one of the best pitching coaches in the NCAA to me. Just understands the pitchers, knows how to talk to them, knows how to work them. And she demands the best. Glad to see her healthy and back out here.
So Lowry, for the moment, is in the game. Now Gasso comes out.
Having a conversation with her defense here. Looks like they are going to have a change.
Yep. And so Kirsten Deal will come in, all smiles, as the job is done for Audrey Lowry.
Kirsten Deal, this is a great opportunity again to get another pitcher in on their home field. Lowry was outstanding. 3 strikeouts. She really just kind of limited that 1 home run to Erin Hain, and that was it. The rest of the team couldn't find a way to pass the bat, and that was at the doing of Audrey Lowry. She just moved her pitches well. I like that she threw that drop ball moving. Kirsten Deal, somebody that has been in an OU uniform for the last 4 years. 7.92 ERA this year. Not a ton of appearances, just 17 innings pitched, but why not give your pitcher a chance to play in front as a senior, in front of this crowd? Chance to get some more experience too as they go down the stretch postseason.
Kirsten Deal was the winning pitcher in OU's championship clinching win against Texas in the 2024 Women's College World Series. Just take this scene in. This is awesome. Is there anything better than being at the ball field in springtime?
Being at your home ball field in the springtime. I mean, I love it. You're right, being at the ballpark is the best, but when you have your home fans There ain't nothing much like it.
Kylie Carr is a number 9 hitter. Fantastic freshman that's really put on a show here in Norman. It's a good freshman for Michigan that they can try to build around. As this is popped up to left field, Abby Dayton wants it, has it. And Kirsten Deal gets the outs. We go to the 6th. OU up 7-1. A 7-1 lead for OU over Michigan here in the Norman Regional Final. And we want to express our appreciation for our entire crew in a week of hard work. They've been awesome to work with. They have nailed it every step along the way. We appreciate long days. Yesterday, especially, 3 games for a crew here in Norman, and they were clutch all day long. A lot of smiles from our friends here in Norman just like that. Awesome people around OU and our production staff, and we sincerely appreciate it. Our producer, Aaron Owens, and my guy, Brad Sheldon, directing like a champ. Top of the 6th. And it's Cassidy Pickering. My appreciation to Ginny Ritter for putting up with me.
It's been tough.
And that's not a lie. There's no sarcasm at all.
None at all. I've enjoyed every second.
Haley Ferguson delivers. Cassidy Pickering on a heater right now. It has been fun to watch. 2 home runs and 4 driven in. Now in her 3rd game here in this Norman Regional. What is it about some players where it just clicks in the postseason?
Yeah, you know, there is a different feeling to me where you get out of the regular season, jump into postseason, and it just feels bigger. And sometimes you just have athletes that play in bigger situations. They show up better. Not that Cassidy Pickering, not the issue for the regular part of the season, but has been so good here in the postseason.
In there for a strike. 3-2. He's waiting. That guy's ready to celebrate.
Ferguson, I like what she's done when she's gotten in the circle here to get that out, but Michigan's entire pitching staff this game has really been plagued by just getting behind in the count. And a little bit of credit to Oklahoma for that, because they've just been so good at being patient and they follow off certain things if you bring them too far in, or you just line drive them right into play.
Under it. And caught by Ramey. You got to keep in mind, too, with this OU squad, they got humbled against Georgia in the quarterfinals of the SEC tournament, one and done. And it wasn't just the loss, it was the way they lost. Had a 5-0 lead, and then Georgia came back with 10 unanswered. And it was a very emotional week for this team. Patty Gasso said there was a lot of questions, a lot of self-reflection that needed to be done to answer those questions. And what OU ultimately did was get back to an almost obnoxiously high level of standard and excellence in practice, where every little detail was of major significance.
Yeah, I mean, it was, if we make a cut and the throw is off, we say again and do it until it's perfect. She said there were some players that, you know, would execute the play, and Patty Gasso would ask them, was that up to your standards? And they'd say again, and they'd do it again and again and again, and it was until everything was perfect. And she also said by the time this regional came, she was dying to get on the field, just knowing that this team was just waiting for a chance to get out on the field and play.
Here's another one of those freshmen, starting for Patty Gasso, Alyssa Parker. We also see her in the circle. Tiny Picola, Oklahoma, population 4,000. She had to walk back some of her comments that she made in the heated aftermath of that loss, where she said she was going to practice the team to the point of exhaustion. And it's important to clarify the words that she actually said, because a lot of it was misquoted. But she said it was her hope that the players would want to practice until their hands bled. Not that she was going to make them. What she was getting at, though, is the type of hunger that, you know, champions have to be great.
Yeah, and it's a bold statement, don't get me wrong, and I get it. There are certain people that can't handle that kind of information coming at you, but this is a team, this is what it takes to win a national championship. You have to want it so bad that you would be out there all times of the day to be successful if that's what it took. That was the feeling that she wanted to instill in her team, was I want you to fight. I want you to be in it. I want you to not feel like it's just given to me. You have to go out there and earn it. You have to go out there and love what you do, and you have to compete, and that starts at the practice level.
Inside to Parker. And by the way, I've never met an elite hitter who at some point in time has not swung the bat until their hands bled.
Right.
Like literally, that's a fact. 3-2 to the freshman Parker. Parker under it. Ramey secures it.
To that matter, Lowell, I've never seen a pitcher that hasn't had some sort of ailment and still tried to fight through things. I mean, if you want it, you find a way to make it happen.
Also said that if you're not able to live up to those expectations and you don't want to work relentlessly, then you sit and you watch at practice.
Until you want it.
The bench sometimes is the greatest motivator, and it feels to me that more and more in this new era of sports, period, coaches, for whatever reason, are more hesitant to use the bench as that motivator.
Yeah. I mean, there's nobody in D1 that wants to not have a spot on that field, no doubt about that. But you don't just earn your spot by being complacent, by being mediocre, and you've got to shoot for excellence and try to find a way to be one of the best ones out there. And when you have a team like Oklahoma who's been so good, the depth requires you to be on it and work harder and do more to earn those spots, because there's somebody waiting in the wings right to jump in that will be as successful.
Home plate umpire taking off his mask a couple of times here on Burkhardt. as it looked like Jim Brundage was trying to communicate with her pitcher Haley Ferguson before this 0-2. And put in play, fine job by Ferguson to make the out. Michigan trying to get something going offensively as we go to the bottom of the 6th. Tennessee, yet another team from the SEC to make a super regional, but Texas A&M becomes the first national seed bounced as Arizona State beats them in College Station to advance to the super regional. Arizona State will take on Texas. Tennessee will take on Georgia. So last year in the regional round, we had 4 teams that were not regional hosts end up winning to advance. So far this year, Arizona State is the first.
Tennessee, Georgia did not face each other either in the regular SEC season. So we now see 2 SEC matchups there in the Supers where they have not competed against each other this year.
If Oklahoma holds on and wins, they will host a Super and face either St. Mary's or Mississippi State right here at Norman. Kirsten Deal back in the circle. Faced the number 9 hitter and got that out, Kylie Carr. Now it's the top of the lineup and Indiana Langford. 0 for 2 once again. Oklahoma bringing in Abby Dayton from left field. And a great layout and effort play behind the plate.
We talked about the defensive plays that have come through big. You've got to expect that all of these defenses are going all out. You see it here. Look at the effort. Just short of being able to catch that ball. But man, I love where you can locate, look for the ball, and then try to get that glove on it. Just gets too far away.
And that's Bella Emmerling moving from first base to catcher in place of Kendall Wells. Alyssa Parker over at first base. The 0-2. Tremendous defense for Oklahoma, especially right up the middle.
5 infielders moved in again. It has been successful for OU, really for most of this regional. Anybody who's a slapper, they've made this shift. Presley Limbaugh for Kansas, they made the shift on and they were able to get her out as well.
The 2-2 from Deal to Indiana Langford. But when it's Wells behind the plate, having Wells, Garcia, Agbayani at short and second, and then Minor in center, Good luck matching that. Argayani, Rollins Gold Glove winner at second base, a season ago. The 2-2 also fouled out.
Good battle here for Langford. These innings getting shorter here for Michigan to really chip away at this lead. The top of the lineup here, the best chance for Michigan to really find a way to start passing the bat, which is their MO. Limit their ability to do that. Momentum stays on Oklahoma's side.
Just 3 hits for the Wolverines. 1 a home run by Hain, and Deal Ing striking out Langford.
And that was a good pitch from Kirsten Deal. Curveball from the lefty that just moves away from a lefty in Langford. And that is such a hard pitch to hit when you're running towards the pitcher. That ball sliding away from the plate.
Lauren Putz. So much fun to watch. Leading Michigan in nearly every offensive category and having one of the greatest seasons of all time. 22 home runs, 80 RBI. Those are both second most in program history. Sierra Romero, the only Wolverine with more.
Felt like the way she was hitting this regional that we might see that record tied, maybe broken. Another chance here for Putz to really just connect with a pitch. And the key is not about hitting the home run, it's about barreling up a good ball, hitting it hard. Good inside pitch there though from Kirsten Deal. Keep it enough on that inside corner, it's hard to barrel up at all.
Remember, got a potential home run robbed in left field that would have tied Romero's record in the first game against Kansas. That is down. Tremendous plate discipline by Lauren Putz. It is a professional approach, as you would expect from the mom and dad who both played in Michigan and the dad that played in the big leagues. Two from Deal to Putz.
You talk about that discipline, 17% chase rate. Compared to some of the other bigger hitters in this lineup, Kendall Wells a 32% chase rate.
Wow.
You talk about the power. Sometimes power comes with taking your hats, but I think the discipline from Putz just makes her that much more solid. And able to find the pitches that she likes and hunt the right one.
Up the middle, Deal has it. The vibe inside Love's Field is that it feels inevitable at this point. Patty Gasso, arm around the shoulder of Kirsten Deal. A lot of tough love. And a lot of feel-good moments as well from Patty Gasso to her team. Deal. Her work is done. And the OU fans appreciate the work.
Yeah, they love Kirsten Deal, no doubt about it. She's been a mainstay again at Oklahoma. This time in the portal, somebody that has spent all 4 years here. Somebody that you can connect with well. She had that one strikeout, she got a couple good outs. And now you're gonna see Sydney Brazon in the lineup. She's another senior, again, giving your seniors a chance to really compete here at your home field. She's done a good job. Brazon has been solid here in the postseason. Excuse me, not postseason. She had a good game at the end of the season that really kind of helped elevate her. She's going to throw a 56% drop. She's going to elevate it to a rise as well, and then mix a changeup in.
First year with the Oklahoma Sooners. previous 3 years with the Bayou Bengals, where twice she was an All-American, third team in 2023, second team in 2024. Pitch usage.
Yeah, again, mostly drop. She's gonna come in with that rise ball and a changeup as well. And I love pitchers that can go vertical, right? They tunnel their pitch well. It jumps one way or another, changes the plane of the batter's eye.
First pitch strike to Ella Stevenson. Bobble gets it back, and Berzon makes the throw to first. We go to the 7th. OU closing in on a Super Sunday.
The NCAA Softball Regionals are presented by Capital One. What's in your wallet?
10th straight season with 50 wins for OU softball, closing in on win number 51, which would send them to a Super Regional. Let's take a look at the Capital One rewarding performance. It's Audrey Lowry.
I think you got to give Lowry a lot of credit. This is somebody that just bettered herself as she got into the regional. She didn't need to throw every inning for OU, but man, when she did, her pitches moved well. 3 strikeouts today, just that 1 earned run, that home run from Erin Hain, but she was shut down.
What had better movement, Lowry's pitches or Lowry herself in the dugout?
Ooh,
right there?
that's a toss-up.
Yeah.
As a pitcher, I'm going to go with the movement on the pitches, but I know you love dancing, so it's got to be the moves in the dugout.
Do you have moves in the dugout?
Absolutely not.
You weren't in the dugout a ton.
No. I stayed in the back and focused.
And then
So serious.
threw up the strikeouts. 19 a Michigan record. The last time these two storied programs met in the regionals, that was back in 2006. It's the first matchup between Michigan and Oklahoma since the 2016 Women's College World Series. And it bounces fair and then foul before it was touched off the bat of Bella Emmerling.
And that was one that was just kind of didn't have the height, and Erickson playing so far back. You could see Hastings behind the plate looking to want to maybe get a glove on that and keep it fair, and then at the last second pulls away to let it bounce foul.
It's a foul ball, right?
I didn't see anything touch it. The Hastings was close. Again, it looked like Hastings was trying to grab that ball.
Now, in that situation, if it lands fair and is not touched and then bounces or rolls into foul territory, that is, by rule, a foul ball.
That's right.
It's in the infield.
Now, if Hastings truly did get a little bit of her glove on it while it was in fair territory before it bounces foul, that would be a fair ball.
1-2 to Langford at second. There's the first out at the top of the seventh. Agbayani coming up. Last time up, it was a straight smoke show to center field past Janisa Conway for a double that drove in a run to make it 6-1.
I love the performance that Agbayani has had, and she's so good defensively, and sometimes that gets shadowed with offense as well. I mean, the same way pitchers get shadowed by this Oklahoma offense, but she just does whatever she can. The short game, drive a ball or whatever it may be. She's been such a leader here in the lineup for Oklahoma.
Third round pick by the Chicago Bandits in the AUSL draft. Plays the game the right way.
Yeah, and I think, to me, that's like the overarching thing of what Agbayani is as a complete player. She just has it all. I think she's going to have a bright future in the AUSL.
Ferguson on 3-0. Always competing. Even with a 6-run lead here in the top of the seventh, trying to add some insurance, get the final three in the bottom, advance to the supers. That is a low strike. Full count to Lana Agbayani, senior out of Hawaii. Started her career at BYU.
That complete player, right, can also work the count. Short game, speed, hitting gaps. Work the count too.
A little juice. A lot of juice. A little Hawaiian punch for you to right field.
And you can say speed, you can say gap power, you can say short game, but you can also say the long ball. And Agbayani works this count until she finds a pitch to Hunt. Man, out of the park. This one kept traveling and no doubter. Man, OU continue to put the long ball in play. Still looking to chase the history of the home run. Look at that update, 189 for UCLA, 182 for Oklahoma. The hits keep coming.
First pitch swinging, and leather. Flash by Maddie Erickson. So 8 home runs now for Oklahoma in this regional. Kai Minor has one of those.
This was the first batter that Ferguson had seen. Actually got Kai Minor rolling over. Can't say that very often. She's been stellar today. Double, home run, fielder's choice. 3 runs scored.
The SEC batting champ. The #1 batting average in America by a freshman. One of the headliners of this freshman class, ranked #1 nationally. High expectations from Patty Gasso. Oh yeah! She did it! Maddie Erickson. If this is it, for the Wolverines. She's going out with an exclamation.
You can't finish the inning with a great defensive play. This regional, such good defense. She keeps going all out into the wall and hangs on to outnumber 3. What an all-out effort from Maddie Erickson.
Make some room for Nebraska and UCF in the Super Regionals, set to begin on Thursday. What stands out to you, Jenny?
Oh man, UCF beating Florida State. I mean, I think Florida State had a tough run from the get-go, losing to Stetson in the first game, but then UCF kind of in the driver's seat of that regional, and they just continue to play well. They always compete, though. Nebraska, I'm a fan of theirs. I think that they have a very complete team, and I think they're going to surprise some people.
OU, 3 outs away from advancing to the Super Regionals for the 16th straight season, which would continue the longest active streak in college softball. And if they close this out, they would host the Super Regional and welcome the winner between St. Mary's and Mississippi State in the Eugene Regional. Janisa Conway, first pitch, back to Burzon. She's retired. It has been an eye-opening regional performance, though, for Janisa Conway.
I mean, she's the reason they're in this game today. Give her a lot of credit for being able to come through in such a clutch situation, so gutsy yesterday.
Janelle Alacqua, the pinch hitter. 4th-year Michigan Wolverine. Hitting better than 300 on the season. Her average coming into this regional, 52 points higher than her previous career high. Parker makes a play. OU 1 out away from a Super Regional.
And Burzon coming in, just getting the weak hits. Let her defense work. Talk about somebody between Burzon and Deal that don't see a lot of innings, and yet they're still being able to produce in the circle. There's a lot of depth in the pitching.
From the hole, Garcia got it! OU on to the Supers! Some things never change. 16 straight for Boomer Sooner.
And this team is just so strong offensively. Their pitching has stepped up here in the regional. Defensively, no doubt about it. We saw a good defensive play there to end the game. They are stout all the way through. Will be a tough team to beat here in the Supers.
Gabby Garcia, one of the best shortstops in America. showing why.
I mean, look how deep she is in the hole here. Makes the throw off target, off balance, and still is able to get an on-target throw with enough juice to get the out. I mean, that's going to pay off in the future when the games are close.
OU, an absolute juggernaut. It's now 19 straight wins in regional games. They advance to the Supers as a #3 national seed. They will welcome the winner in Eugene between St. Mary's and Mississippi State. They're the real deal. What impresses you the most about this team that Patty Gasso has put together?
I think they compete. I think they want it. You can kind of see it. And if they can compete like this, the chances are really good for them.
Oklahoma moving on to the Supers yet again. 19th time since 2005, only Bama with more. Virginia Ritter, I'm Loa Galindo. OU wins. Now here's Dari Noka.